How you doing, guys? Phantom TCG here, and today I'm gonna bring you an updated deck profile for Dragoon or Friends or Drytron invoked. I just really want to really love calling it Dragoon and Friends since just Dragoon.deck. That's it. So yeah, I played the deck a lot. The last deck profile was only playing one sauravis and one benten. Obviously, I sat down, changed some stuff, play tested some other stuff. I tried playing the Vendred guys, or my opponent doesn't interrupt me with hand traps, but at the same time, it's kind of useless in a way. And I really didn't like it because it messes up a lot with a lot of stuff in the deck by itself. So, and focuses obviously on summoning the Battle Lord, and then just continuing on. Obviously, you still get effect failure. Sorry, effect failure, not infinite impermanence, so it's not the best thing ever. So, yeah, anyways, guys. Like I always say, the profile will be in the description below. Obviously, use my deck profile as a reference. The most latest deck I have played against this, was Raid Raptor, Time Thief, Dragon Lynx, Madolche. I really hate Madolche, it's the only one that gives me problems. Let's see what else. Unchained is a little bit of complicated. I'm playing against the Kaiju variant. Obviously, Dragoon is not mortal. So, yeah. I think those are all the decks, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still trying to think about any other deck that I have played against. Sadly, I haven't played against Dogmatica Invoked. So, yeah. Anyways. I obviously use my deck profile as a reference. Everybody has his own playstyle and his own way of playing the deck and deck building. Same thing. Obviously, locals have different meta and all that stuff. So, starting off with the ritual monsters, I'm playing the sadly one benten. This deck was so consistent with 3 bentens, but sure, whatever. And next, we're playing 3 copies of sauravis. This is where the deck profile is a little bit different. I was playing 1 and 1, but to be honest, 3 copies of sauravis and 3 copies of benten. Sorry, 1 copy of benten is the way to go with the deck. So I really want to see at least 1 sauravis or benten in my opening hand, so I can start doing all my dryton stuff. Obviously, if you use alpha and discard the sauravis, you're going to search another sauravis, but at least you got rid of one sauravis that you're not going to be drawing. So it's not going to be like a random deck card. Or if your opponent obviously uses something that targets your predaplant anaconda, this is the point that we're going for, you at least have this guy right here to negate that card. The only card that's going to be very annoying is going to be trap cards. I'm only playing 2 trap cards, so mechaba cannot negate almost all the trap cards. So yeah. Anyways, starting with the monsters, the only monster you're probably going to be normal summoning is going to be your aleister, the invoker. Let me see, how do I put this in a very cool way. Yeah, there we go. Aleister the invoker. Straightforward, not gonna go into much detail. He's pretty cool. Whatever. Searching for invocation and obviously summons your mechaba, and that's it. For the Drytron monsters, I'm playing 3 copies of Alpha. This is the guy that searches for your ritual monsters. Very self-explanatory. 3 copies of Gamma. I was planning of cutting this guy to 2, since he cannot revive himself, and I don't want to draw multiple cards of him. But as of now, I still liking the 3 copies and 3 copies of him, and the 1 Delta. These are the only Drytron monsters I'm currently playing. Sometimes your opponent will get misleaded and he will be thinking that you're playing Dogmatica Invoke. So they're going to play Dogmatica Invoke and all that stuff. So when they see the Drytron monsters, they're going to lose it. So yeah, that's basically it. Sure, one other thing, the combo is still the same. I'll probably put it in the description below. For the combo video, still the same. I'll probably do an updated combo video, but it's still the same. So yeah. Next we're playing 1 Chaos Valkyrie. This is the only target you're going to be searching with benten. This is kind of a brick. but at the same time, it's not a brick. You really want to search it with your benten. You don't really want to draw it. So yeah, it's very straightforward, very whatever. And for hand trap, we're playing one random nibiru, one Diddy Crow. The reason why I'm playing only one copy of each is that they're searchable. I was planning on bumping nibiru to 2 copies, but it really doesn't matter that much, to be honest. And explaining something really quick, nibiru is just to make your opponent like fear. You have a dragoon and a mechaba on the field, and if they know that you have a nibiru, if they manage to kill your dragoon or get rid of their board, you're obviously going to use the nibiru to wipe out their entire board. So that's something that I wanted to say, and this is just a random hand trap that it really works, to be honest. And obviously I'm playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom. I don't have any space in my camera. There we go. Let's put it in here. 3 copies of Ash Blossom Enjoy Your Spring is obviously the best hand trap in the moment, and obviously the 1 Red Eyes and the 1 Dark Magician. So that's basically it. You can take a screenshot if you're in mobile, if you want to test this exact deck. Obviously, like I mentioned, you can get rid of 1 Gamma and put something else. You can get rid of this 2 cards right here and put something else if you wish. Or you can just lower the sauravis ratio, and that's basically it. So that's it with the monster. For the spell cards, I'm playing 3 copies of Magical Meltdown, 2 copies of Invocation. I won't go into much detail with these 2 cards right here. They're very straightforward. So yeah, whatever. Now, this card right here is very good, and accompanied with this card right here, and terraforming. Let me search this. Terraforming basically becomes any of these cards right here. I will explain this really quickly. Terraforming, if you want a Drytron monster and you have Terraforming in your hand, obviously you can search for Fafnir, and Fafnir is going to search you for your Nova. Obviously getting access to 1 Drytron monster. If you already have a Drytron monster already on the field, and obviously, or in your hand, or you can do the entire combo, obviously you can go into Meltdown. Meltdown is going to search you for your aleister, and aleister is going to search you for your invocation. For there on, obviously you have a lot of ways to access any of the 2 engines that you're playing with only just 1 card. If terraforming was at 3, basically this deck will be very like stupidly consistent, and that's basically super good. So yeah, that's something I wanted to explain a little. Next we're playing 3 copies of Preparation of Rite. If I'm not mistaken, I wasn't playing this card in my other deck profile. I was playing Cyber Emergency, if I'm not mistaken. But this card right here just gives you access to your only 3 rituals. So basically, you're playing 7 copies of your entire 7 copies of ritual monsters, basically. So you can use the effect of the Drytron monsters. So you have 7 copies of Drytron, 14 ways to summon your Drytron monsters. Like, not counting the Novas. So at least you won't have Drytron monsters dead in your hand. So if you have them dead in your hand, it's probably just late game. That in that case is going to be very hard. So yeah, next we're playing the 1 Random Monster Reborn, 1 Call by the Grave, and 1 Red Eyes Fusion. Now, Monster Reborn comes in clutch a lot. Your opponent gets rid of your Red Eyes. Obviously, you're going to use Nibiru once it gets rid of your entire board. And obviously, you can just revive your Red Eyes, and that's it. It's no big deal. The Call by the Grave is in case your opponent just randomly uses a hand trap, so just to get that extra protection. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm playing the 1 Random Call by the Grave. And next we're playing 3 Impermanence. I was thinking I was playing 2 copies of Impermanence, but I think I bumped it up to 3 copies. So yeah, 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. You max out the entire hand trap, so in case you're going second, you have at least something to back up your entire board. So you have, if I'm not mistaken, 8 hand traps. Obviously, some of them won't do dip shit, but yeah. anyways, moving on to the extra deck. I will go a little bit quicker. I will try to answer serious questions in the comments. So yeah, so I will try to my best. So yeah. Anyways, we're playing 2 copies of mechaba. One of this guy that is the same thing as my last video. I'm not going to try to pronounce this guy right here. And the one red eyes dragoon. This is my only fusion monster. Obviously, mechaba is kind of the main monster you really want to summon. So if your opponent gets rid of one, you can have access to your other 2 monsters. But your opening board is going to be looking 1 mechaba, 1 red eyes dragoon, sorry, and 4 cards in your hand to negate with this guys right here. Obviously, in those cards, you're at least going to have at least probably 1 nibiru or the 1 Diddy Crow. Obviously, you have aleister in your hand, so you can max out your mechaba in case your opponent wants to kill it by battle or something, or you can just keep the aleister for the next turn and just summon it and do the entire combo all over again. So, but if your opponent manages to get rid of the your mechaba and your dark dragoon, you can use this guy's effect right here to banish your dragoon, and it's going to become 5k. So it's going to be just OTKing your opponent in that certain way. Obviously, if you use nibiru, that's kind of the play I normally go, since this guy just pops the token and that's it. So yeah. Next, for XYZ monsters, I kind of did a little bit of a change right here. I'm playing the one tornado dragon. This is kind of my only difference right now. Tornado dragon right here is like only way, well, the second way to get rid of back row cards. Obviously in the side deck, I will play a lot of cards to remove cards from the back row. Heavy Storm Duster, Twin Twister, and so on, so on, so on. So Tornado Dragon right here, it's very easy to summon. Obviously, you have aleister and you have the Chaos Valkyrie. So this guy is very easy to summon. The same thing as your gallant granite. This is the card that gives you access to the nibiru. I was planning of getting rid of it, but I just really love it, to be honest. Just getting that free nibiru in my hand and then link away this card to summon the predaplant anaconda. It's just way too good for me. So yeah, or you can just bait your opponent. I don't know, do you use effect bailer or do you use ash? It really doesn't matter. You just wasted a card from their hands, so you're just going to link this guy and the other card to summon anaconda. So that's it. Next, we're playing this guy right here. This dude's right here. Let me move this to here so I can see them. We're playing one Ascended Nightingale, if I'm not mistaken, and recital Starling. This is the one that's searching for the Diddy Crow. Obviously, you have to detach. That's the sad part. It could get ogred. But this guy right here is just summon the backup plan in case something bad happens. I'm playing the one random double ACs. This is way too good, to be honest. Why not play it if you have access to all these cards right here? So yeah. That's it for the XYZ, and now for the links. I'm playing the one linkuriboh, one anima. Anima, if you're going second, is the best card in the entire fucking deck. Excuse the words, but it's way too good. If your opponent just summons, I don't know, a Palooza or something, you can just bait it or just use infinite impermanence and then summon this in the same crap, the same column, the same so on it points to, that's the word I was looking for, and you can just steal your Appaloosa. Obviously, it will have 0, but at least you get rid of one card, or get rid of something else if you have something else in other columns, and that's it. But Anima is way too good. Obviously, the Appaloosa example is way too stupid, but it's a very good card. Obviously, we got the main dude of the deck. You really want to protect this guy right here. Obviously, the main dude is Dark Dragoon, but without Anaconda, it cannot be summoned. So yeah. Next, we're playing one Phoenix, one Nightmare Unicorn, and this card right here has won me a lot of freaking games. Its effect to do skill drain is cool, not the best. The effect to negate something in the graveyard, it's cool, not the best. Now, I really want to summon this card, obviously using your opponent's monster. So, your opponent has a random link 2, example, Masquerina, or some random other stuff. This card right here, your opponent won't even expect you're playing the Underworld Goddess. So, yeah, it's way too good, to be honest. You can summon it with ease. The Drytron monster just go nuts. You can summon the aleister, then Gamma to revive 1. So if your opponent has a link 2, you can just summon this chick for free, to be honest. And obviously you can use skill drain on your opponent's monsters. The effect that protects herself is not the best, but it's kind of cool. It's okay, to be honest. And finally, nibiru token, in case I have to play against a random kid at locals that really wants to be very loyal to Konami. So yeah, that's it for the entire deck profile. Obviously, everyone has his own way of building the deck, so use my deck profile as a reference. Like I mentioned in the start of the video, hopefully, if I'm not mistaken, the deck profile will be in the description below. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This has been my deck profile for Drytron, Invoke, or Dragoon and Friends. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.